Hey everyone. One of the things that I'm noticing on a high level that's really helping me a lot with my strategic thinking with real estate and marketing and so forth is I'm thinking about business to business copywriting, but I'm looking at the difference now over the years from internet marketing going from content marketing to actual copywriting. And what I'm noticing is if you really think about what copywriting is, it's really selling, it's really about conversions, it's really about optimizing a salesperson's time. And I think what people are doing on the internet is they're just doing content marketing. So let's backtrack a little bit. People are overwhelmed with too much information right now, right? And it's making them emotional and overwhelmed with all this different information. So what's ended up happening is they're not able to make a decision. They're not able to process the emotions to prioritize how to optimize their time or which decisions to make first. So what's happening is people are creating this analytical, logical content that somebody would use for research, right? And nobody wants to make a mistake, but so they're reading the research and they're reading the content, the long content that people are writing. But what's happening is the problem that people have is they have too many different choices and they're overwhelmed, and it's creating the emotion, and people buy with emotion and back it up with logic. But people are going straight to the logic, and they're actually giving them more options and confusing it with the content. So when you're doing copywriting, you're actually helping speak to them in a way one-on-one where you're like, this is your problem, right? This is the problem that you're having. Yes, that is the problem I'm having. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Let's say why all the other options don't work, and then we'll together come up with this one option that does work, and then you lead them to that conclusion. So what you do is you lessen the emotion and the confusion, and now you put them into a logical state or a motivated emotional state, and then you say, well, now here's the solution. And then they move forward with the call to action, whether it's they message you one-on-one, and they text you, they call you, and so forth. So now they're actually moving forward because you help them make a decision and lessen the confusion, which was the real problem, right? Because there's all these different options of what they can do next. They just don't know how to prioritize what option is right. And they don't want to make a mistake. Most people don't want to make a mistake. So fear of loss and all that kind of stuff. So there's also motivation, curiosity, and all those kind of emotions as well. So there is a difference between content marketing and copywriting. And what a lot of people think is the problem that you're solving is a broad problem that you're solving, but it's not the specific problem that you're solving. There's always an underlying problem that's more specific, and then you have to actually look at the resistance, the threshold, and it's really not your competition, it's really them against themselves. It's really about risk reversal, like Jay Abraham talks about, and just getting them to actually take a one-on-one action so that you can then assess the person that you're talking to on how to best connect them with somebody on your team, let's say in real estate, and how you should work with them. And so that's kind of what you're doing. I mean, what I've seen that's working well is instead of just getting anybody to call to talk to like an agent or something like that, I'm helping them with that process of convincing themselves. So we don't have to convince them, they convince themselves through going through these different steps, processing their emotions, invalidating all the other options. Then they have clarity. Once they have clarity, they're ready to make decisions. They've sold themselves. Now they're talking to my agents, talking to my salespeople, talking to my team of people I know. And then when they meet in person, the likelihood of something happening is very high. It optimizes the time of the salesperson. And now we start getting into engineering their time and where they meet people, whether it's at their office, how many people do they meet per day, appointments, all that kind of stuff. But we have to get to that part, the fulfillment part, where I'm getting some leads online. Leads online a lot of times is just vanity metrics. It's just taking action to get more likes or post more ads or something like that. That's easy to do. It's the conversion part of actually helping people understand and go through the journey and the process of decision making, and understanding enough what the problem is that you're solving by understanding that market enough so they feel like you totally understand them and you are helping them with their exact problem and not just a broad problem. So I hope that helps you guys study copywriting. Copywriting has a lot of elements. You can spend decades learning it. It's more than just content marketing. Okay? So talk to you guys later. Thanks for your time.